So hello everyone. Today something new is gonna happen. This is a lot of my books that you see, but Mikkel of course also have many books. There is also books in all of these bags. And because we already have had like very close family come here and see the apartment, we have tried to unpack as quick as possible, but of course we didn't have room to organize these books the way we want to, because we lack some furniture for it. This furniture here is actually what do you call it? A furniture that I found somewhat 6 years ago, I think, when I lived at a collegium and shared a kitchen with 15 people. And in that area, I found this standing at the trash. So I took it for free. And then later, a year later or something, me and Mikkel met. And then somewhat a year later or 8 months later, we moved to our old apartment that we lived in for 3 years, and we moved from there like June last year. I moved early on. I moved in February last year from there. But this furniture I then painted. It's not paint, it's like, what do you call it? It's like an oil that makes the furniture darker. Yeah, and so whenever we lived in Aarhus, in the 50 square meter apartment where we lived for 3 years, we used this one first for books as well, and then later on for shoes, whenever we got something better for the books, and then we could store our shoes on it. And then when we moved to the last place that we just moved from, the old house, there we also used it for shoes. And well, I have bought like a lot more boots since we lived in Aarhus. So now this shoe shelf is just not big enough for all my boots, because as you see, it's not very high. I think it's like 20 centimeters or something like that. And my boots are like way bigger than that. A lot of them goes up to my knees. So they can't be there. And even if we turn it around as we did when we lived in the old house, it's just too narrow. Like, that space is not big enough for two shoes to stand nicely between each other. So they had to like overlay each other and be a little bit wonky and stuff like that. And so it just didn't really suit it. The space where we had it, and the shoes, it didn't suit the shoes either, or the boots. And we really don't have that many flat shoes to fill all of these spaces out with only shoes and then tall shoes up here. We have way more boots because Mikkel also has some boots. So we just like, we've been thinking about a new way to have our shoes. That we have not sorted out just yet, but it will come later. But we have been looking for a new furniture to have our books in. And today, Mikkel actually found a furniture that was free on Facebook Marketplace. And it was just here in Horsens, or here is not in Horsens, but it was in Horsens, the neighbor city. So my mother-in-law and Mikkel is fetching it right now, actually. And yeah, it's like 1 meter tall and stuff like that, so it's much higher than this one. And we hope that a lot of our books can fit it. Yeah, maybe not all of them, I think, but then we might be able to maybe have later to find another shelving thing to have on top of it to make it even higher, because it is just a simple shelf thing, but it's an old one, so it's like the style that we want and everything. But yeah, that's gonna be exciting. And then I think that this furniture will have to get out. Like, we have used it now, like I've said, I've had it for like 6 years now, and I found it for free, and well, it just does not suit our purposes anymore, any purpose that we can find here. And the style, well, it has never been beautiful in our eyes for the style that we like, because we like Victorian inspired and Rococo inspired style, and also like the Dracula style, and this does not really say anything like that. Like, maybe this could be like a dungeon style, a crappy dungeon style, I don't know. But no, it's fine. It has been really good for us the years that we have had it. But now it needs just to move on. I think Mikkel will maybe post it on Facebook Marketplace or something else that someone can get it for free as well. We will try that, I think. Yeah. But these are our books, and also some cat toy, and a thing for killing all of the annoying flies in here. Yeah. And spiders. I use that one for spiders, because I'm not touching spiders. No. Yeah, so and then we have some pictures, and we're really hoping that these pictures can stay here. Yeah, so we don't really want a furniture that goes over them. Yeah, that would be lovely, but there is more room to the ceiling. It's high ceiling here. Yeah, so we could maybe like move them like maximum 30 centimeters more or something if it was needed, and we found like a beautiful piece that needed it, but for now I think they're safe up there. Yeah, and I hope that we can fit the books in here. Yeah. And then welcome back to me again. Now we have gotten the new furniture, and yesterday evening I actually put on all of the books that were on the old furniture. But all of our books can't be there. A lot of Mikkel books still needs a place, and a lot of my books from my study needs a place as well. Yeah. So let me just show you the new furniture with all the books on. So here it is. It is so much nicer. With the paintings as well. Mikkel painted those two. The Aussie painting is not done yet, but come on, it's so nice, it needed to be hanging. Yeah. They are so pretty. And then back to the book furniture again. I am so much more in love with this now because, well, it just looks so much better because the other furniture is much more not stable, and it's like a cheaper wood and all kinds of that. So this is just so much more nicer. And we were so lucky that we could get it for free. Yeah. And then we just had to get it, and of course we paid my mother-in-law some money for her troubles of getting it for us. Yeah. And then we have some cat litter and some cat food over there, but come on. We have a cat and we need it to be just somewhere, you know? I don't know if it's gonna stay there. But then over here is all of the other books that we still need to get in some place. Yeah. And I have an idea, like a temporary idea of putting it on the old furniture that I said in the previous video that we were gonna toss out. But for now, to get rid of this mess, I think I need it still in the entrance way. Yeah, or entrance or whatever you can call it. So let me show you where I think I need to put it. Now we are in our hallway. It's quite big, but I call the entrance way hallway thing. And here we have my old dollhouse that I got when I was a kid, and I want to save it until we have our own kids. And that's why I would love for it to stay up here somewhere, not in the basements, because sometimes basements, they can be a little bit, you know, not so good to preserve things. This basement is fine, but it is just like a normal basement that we have the space for. But yeah, I would not like to have it down there. But it's a little bit annoying to have it there. So I thought that if I could move that, then I will just turn around and then put it on top of here, of this furniture. Then I would have a free space there to put the old bookshelf and shoe shelf. Like, tip it upwards and put it there. And fill it up with books. Yeah. So, but this will all be temporary, because at some point we're gonna get rid of that one when we find like a good furniture that we can use to maybe have here at this in this space. Yeah. And then this dollhouse will be on top of this old furniture as well, only temporary, because this is also like it's an okay furniture or cupboard for our stuff, but actually we dumpster dived this one as well, or dumpster dived, like it was on the curbside of our old apartment complex. So we took it and then I like stained it, and we changed the knobs on this one as well. It was like just regular wooden knobs as on the white furniture in our kitchen before, and we like this more. But right now we are using this for our jackets. Mikkel's jackets are in there and mine are in there, because, well, this is just at our entrance, and it's not like this furniture does not meet what we want for like a long time here. We would like a big closet here that fills the wall, so that we can hang our jackets up and we can have shoes in the bottom of it and such, so that our shoes does not have to like be in the walkway. Yeah. But this is just temporary for now, so that we don't have bags and boxes everywhere with our stuff in, but we can actually access it and live in it until we find the right furniture that we would like to have. Yes, that's a good idea. So let me just put the dollhouse up here. And then whenever we find a new closet for here, then I obviously need to find a new space for the dollhouse, and maybe it will get down to the basement. But I don't know. But then if that is what is gonna happen, well, then it just has to be like that, because I'm not a magician. I can't just make a new place here if there are none. Yeah. But let me take the dollhouse up here. So now the dollhouse has gotten on top of here, and it actually does not look too bad, because, well, it's nice that the furniture under it is like bigger on each side, and now when it's up, it's much more easy to actually like play with it and touch it and everything without hurting your knees on the floor. Obviously it's not gonna stay here forever. And it's not furnished right now because I have packed all of the stuff down in boxes for it. And I actually don't know if I'm gonna furnish it right now because again, it's only a temporary space for it. Yeah. So it would actually not be good to furnish it right now. No. But let me turn around. And here we have the old shelves for the books or shoes and a painting that I painted. I like that one. And well, I think it fits nicely here. Like better than the dollhouse before, and then I will be filling it up with books. So I will be back at you in a second. And now, here you have it, the books are on the bookshelf. With the beautiful painting above it, yes. So this actually looks much more nice than I anticipated before I began. And yeah, so I'm really pleased with this for now. And this will definitely not be one of the things that we will change first because, well, we just really need like a bigger closet and other stuff. So this can be here for now. Maybe a year, maybe more, maybe less. I don't know. But I'm very happy about this. We have no more bags with books. Maybe we just still have some books in some of the moving boxes that we haven't opened yet, in the bottom of them. I don't hope so, but I think we do because I feel like I like some books. But that we will sort out whenever we find them. I am so pleased with this. Yes. So, thank you so much for watching, and I hope that I will see you next time. Bye!